Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning into your love read. Is that right? Good. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Thelema Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. All right, we're going to do a relationship first, single second. Let's see where this is going. This should be really good. Let's stop. This should be good. Where are we going with this? Because I feel a lot of energy that should be conducive with Virgo. A lot of earth, even though there's there's three cards, 4 cards. All right, so they're starting to pop up. I'm seeing them. This feels very good for Virgo. What I see here, this is showing me the first thing I'm seeing here is the 4 of Swords, where you're contemplating, you're thinking things out, you're going through the thoughts. I really feel like when we're starting out with this, it's something that really doesn't have anything to do with your partner, but it seems to be roping in that energy of the relationship. Like you seem to be thinking about something, and I feel like there's other things bothering you, not connected with your partner. And I feel like you're trying to like put that down and trying to go towards something else a little bit more positive so you can reset your emotions. And I'm getting like you're going towards your partner for that. I'm getting the 4 of Wands. I'm getting the contract, partnership, devotion, solitary commitment. What's that? Why would we say solitary? Solidarity and commitment? Solidarity and commitment. Maybe I said that wrong. Because I feel you're very connected here. There's a lot here that you rely on in this relationship. Your partner has this 10 of coins in their spiritual position. Like this is somebody you can rely on. This relationship, if this is hitting with you, you could rely on your partner to be your grounding stone, I would say. To where when things get a little bit too hectic, you could come back towards them and just reset the button, reset your emotions, get a hold of yourself, just feel what you're really feeling. Kind of when things around you get a little bit crazy and you're just like, you feel like you're getting a little bit caught up in the moment with other things, you come back to your partner and they help you reset that moment. Excuse me. I'm getting the hiccups all of a sudden. So I don't think this should be a bad thing. I feel like you're kind of venting out to your partner. I don't see them taking it badly. Actually, I feel like they prefer that. I'm getting the 3 of Pentacles on their side, where something that's bothering you, that you're trying to reset your emotions, you're feeling you're getting too caught up in it. They're helping you reset. They're helping you work it out. I'm also getting the Sun card with where they're standing. They're more than happy to be there for you. More than happy to be there for you. They really seem to be standing strong with you on that. I'm really getting the Knight of Swords with the Aphrodite's love spell. I feel like you're venting off to your partner. I really do. And you're getting it off your shoulders, getting it off your chest, whatever you're saying. I feel like you're also trying to be like, you're coming off with this, and it's coming off a little heated, not at them, but you're just releasing it. And I feel like you're trying to like contain it, like you're trying to make sure they don't think you're getting upset with them. And I feel like they're returning that sentiment where they don't think you are coming at them. Their challenge, your partner's challenge, is not to see things through rose-colored glasses. To truly help you, they need to see the truth. They need to help you own what you can own of it. I feel like their tendency is to see you through the love aspect that they normally see you, where you come at things with an honest feeling, and you do. You come at it with a good heart. But they have to be careful with the judgment and the challenge position. They have to be careful not to see things through rose-colored glasses. Even though you come at things with a good intent, to see like what's the actual effect you're having, so they can help you be more in a power position and help you see things that you can change or move around to make your life better, to make the situation better. I feel like their tendency is just to go with you and just feel like what you're doing is the best that can be done. This rose-colored glasses, like I feel like they're going to see you through the eyes of love, and it's hard to see mistakes there for them. In truth, I wouldn't say even you're making mistakes. I would say the attempts you've currently made are just not working out, and there's better ways to do things. I wouldn't say they were wrong. They're just, all right, you gave it a shot this way, not working. We need to tweak it a little bit. Where do we need to tweak it? For them not to just see it through like, well, the way you're doing it sounds like the rational way. We should keep doing it that way. They should avoid that. They should help you find things you can change so you can stay in that position of power. Because when you're in the mood of change or you're open to change, you actually have the ability to stay in that control or empowerment place. If you just take it in the spot where, this is what I'm doing, this is the best I can do, this is what I'm stuck with, that's not very empowering. So if they could just pull forward things that they might change, maybe if you could get them to come toward you in that sense, try to prod them a little bit. How would you do it? What would you do differently? And hopefully they'll pull forward and not say, I would do it that way, or I think that's the better way to do it than I would. How would they do it? What would they do differently? You might want to be careful how you bring stuff forward. Explain what's happening and then ask for how they would handle it, and then compare to what they would do as opposed to what you have done to get more of a non-biased opinion. I just feel them looking at you through these rose-colored glasses, feeling your intent and feeling what you're doing is right. And the thing is, you're not doing anything wrong. It's just it's not playing out the way you want it to. So finding a different way to do things from somebody who loves you, see things like in a way you could approach them that could change things is what you need. Are we good? Whew. Okay. Because what I'm saying, your challenge is the is it giving or taking? Because you got the Six of Coins. It's usually a charity, give and take, but which side are you on? I feel like it's a bit of both. A bit of both. How is that so? You gotta give a little bit extra here. You gotta point out the shortcomings. Point out the things that you think maybe you did wrong. And then point out the things that maybe you think you did right. But don't point them out that way. Point them out, like, highlight certain things that have happened, but don't say whether you think it was the right thing or the wrong thing to do. Just put forward things out there that you're highlighting that you think might be one or the other, and see what your partner's natural reaction to that is. Because I feel like especially if you're bringing forth something that you think you might have done wrong, it's hard to push something that forward that way. Just say what happened and just see how your partner reacts to it. Because they might give you like how I might have handled it, or that's a way to do it, but this is a way I would have done it. It might work out a little better for you. Because I feel like the trick here, your partner has the Sun card, the Ace of Cups. They're wanting to just see this rose-colored glasses. Like, they love you. They truly do. But for them to be this really good, stable sounding board, they have to be honest. They have to help you see something you could do differently. And I feel like they're reluctant to do that because they see you through this I just feel them looking at you in the sense of like, they just see your intent. I feel like they're seeing it through the eyes of your intent, and they're like, you did everything you could in a positive intent. Yeah, that's great. And I feel like you're not looking to argue about that. But even though you came through it in a good way, with good intent, what other ways could this go? You need to see a different angle is what I'm getting. And hopefully they can do that for you. Creativity and courage, and the Ten of Wands is what makes things better for them. The Ten of Wands is stress. Definitely some stress. I feel they don't want you to think they're criticizing you for some reason. They don't want you to think they're pointing out all the bad things. When I'm getting the Ten of Wands is like, I feel like when you're explaining things to them, is it rose-colored glasses or is it rose-colored filter? Because I feel like they don't want to tell you things that they're seeing they think maybe was a bad idea or a bad way to take things. They have to have the courage and the creativity to come forward and give you ideas. And you need to really, I feel like on your side, you need to really highlight that that's what you want. I feel like you will get it if you push it far enough. If you push it hard enough, you will get it. That will help you. This is somebody who sees you in the eyes of love. I do feel like they're going to, if you finally get them to do it, they will tell you something that you don't want to hear, but will help you. Just remember, it's coming from love. Like, I feel like they're like, oh, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to point out something that I see maybe wasn't the best. Because they know your intent was not. They just see you through the filter of love, the eyes of love. I just feel like they don't want to do that. It's like when you see somebody you care about, you know they did something that you don't think was the right move, but you don't want to upset them, and you're afraid if you point that out, you're going to upset them, and they might get upset with you. I feel like that's where they're coming from. They just don't. They don't want you to have a bad moment. They want things to be good for you. If this comes forward the way it should, and they do come forward honestly, I feel like you're going to have to prod them a little bit. I really feel like you're going to have to prod them. If this comes forward honestly, the advice for you, what makes things really good for you, is just to absorb it and just try to be as positive as you can. I really feel if the truth comes forward to you, it's just not going to feel great. You're just not going to like hearing it. But that's the gift. That's putting you in the power position. All you need to do is hear it, like, okay, and thank you, and find a way to transition off to something else. Because Isis inspiration with the Seven of Swords is saying, just all you need to do is absorb it and say, okay, let me think about that for a while. Thank you for sharing that with me. Thank you for telling me the truth. I just need to absorb it. I need to sit on that a while and just kind of marinate with it. Because I feel like you can do that. Isis inspiration is saying, just take it with you, just absorb it a little bit, give yourself some time to think it over. I feel your initial reaction is you don't like the way it sounds. Knowing it came from love. Like, we all have these moments where somebody we love tells us something we don't want to hear. And it's even worse when we know there's something that we can really glean from it. But a lot of times, at least I know I'm one of these people, I need some time to sit with it and just kind of be like okay with it so I can just let it settle even though I don't like hearing it. That's the benefit of your partner. They're very strong. They're there for you. They support you. I feel like they hear it when you're talking to them. They have something to say, but you might have to prod them. Just when they do, just absorb it and let it simmer for a couple days. I feel like after a couple days, you can mold it as necessary. I'm not going to say you're going to take it raw for just the way they're handing it to you, but you can mold it and work with it and make something of it. And I feel like things will be better for you. It'll put you in that spot of empowerment, which is what you want, is what I'm getting. It does work out. I think we're there. All right, I feel this is good. It's funny because I got that energy in the beginning, like something was a little rough, and I feel like your partner telling you something that's hard to hear, because we all, we're all human. We all have these moments where we do our best, and then it's not working out, and then somebody will highlight something. Like, you could do it this way and it would work better, and we don't want to hear it because it's not the way we want to do it. We all have these moments. The challenge is what to do with it afterwards. If you just marinate, you can move it around and you can work with it. You don't have to take it for the raw information that it is. You don't have to work with it the same way it was handed to you, but you can mold it around a bit. This is something you need to hear, and coming from somebody who loves you is what I feel like that's important. To know it's coming from somebody who really cares about how you feel and how things affect you. It makes it a little better. All right, let's do Virgo Singles. What do we got for single Virgos? What do we got for single? Stop. Okay. Got some Earth right in the beginning. I like that. Where is that going to end up is a good question. Stop. That's a... Let's put a couple of these cards. This is going to be one of those readings, I have a feeling, where you have to see what the cards are actually going to say. It could go either way at this point. I got to be honest with you. I'm not quite sure. Really not quite sure. Usually when I get... Well, that seems... Well... True love, come to me. True love, come to me. Wait, let's see. We got to have to read the card. There's some here that look really good, and others that I'm like, we're going to have to work through the reading and find out what these cards want to say. When we're coming into this, you got the Queen of Pentacles. Very good for Virgo, in my opinion. Of course, don't get caught up in the gender of course. Whatever you are, however you identify, it's all good. But this is a very emotionally stable person. Very grounded feelings, very stable, very devoted. Stable seems to come through. Stable. The thoughts, your thoughts, if this reading is correct for you, the Emperor is telling me it's very like, this is what I got, this is what I'm work with, this is where I'm going. It's kind of seems very fair oriented. Like, this is how we work it out. You know, it's not just about me. It's about how it affects other people, how it affects this person. You know, it's not just about me. It's about my family and my friends and how everybody matches together. It's a very community feel here to me. When I'm feeling the Emperor, this is looking out for more than just yourself, but including yourself. When this card is in its prime or in its highlight, this along with the Empress, both of these two cards, that one and the Empress, they include themselves in the kingdom as like people with needs, people that need their needs taken care of and looked after. They include themselves in that when that card is optimal. So if that was working out for you correctly, not only are you looking like how does everything affect other people, but you are included in that. You have to include yourself for that to truly work out. Now, this is the past. You're coming out of a situation that was very, like, you got your heart stepped on, is what I'm getting. No matter what you're leaving, what it's from, how long it lasted, you got your heart stepped on. This could be a thing where you dated somebody for a couple weeks and they just ghosted you or just said it's not working out and it broke your heart because you had feelings for them for whatever reason. Either way, somehow you're leaving a broken heart. You're the one with the broken heart. And I feel you going forward, and I'm getting you're moving on from this. It's actually, I feel this behind the Ace of Pentacles, so it's kind of like you're moving on. You're moving on from something where your heart is accepting that this last situation is not happening. Whatever it was, however long it lasted, your heart is accepting that's not going to work. And I'm getting you, like, you got the Six of Swords, you got the Three of Wands, you're literally moving on from it. You're moving on from this, and the biggest reason I feel you actually letting go and agreeing to let go, like there's nothing left to work on, is because of this. The Four of Wands. You're realizing if you have two wands and the other person are not going to put their two wands up, you can't make a tent with just two wands. Well, maybe you can, but the one you want, you can't. Let's put it that way. It's just not going to work. So you're stepping away from something that somebody is just not, it's not going to work out. Your heart's broken about it, but you know what you want, and you know the stability you want, and you know the type of person you want, and it's just not there. You're letting go. You're accepting that's not going to happen. Justice with the Four of Wands is saying you're looking for something you can count on. Not just somebody who can love, but somebody who can love and you know will be there, and you can be there for them. They'll be there for you. Stability, something grounded, something that's going to stay. All right, so we're going to go into this next. Is this somebody toying with your heart? I feel like somebody's toying with your heart. Somebody's coming back. And when I'm getting this Death card, I was not expecting that, but the reason I'm really pulling that is the environment. The Chariot with the let go is coming in. Why is this somebody coming back, though? It feels like somebody coming back. I feel like somebody is coming back. I keep getting it. The Death card is like somebody you thought was out of the picture. I don't think this is the same one, to be fair. I don't think this is the same person that you just decided it was not going to work out with. I think it's somebody. I really feel like for most of you, this is somebody else. Somebody who you thought the door was shut, the case was closed, long done, is coming back. The Death card with the Strength is kind of like, I feel like you thought this was done. And it's interesting to feel the Chariot with the let go is like this person is letting go of past beliefs. They're letting go of their inhibitions is actually what I'm getting. For some reason, I feel like a sense of freedom with the let go. Not like they're letting you go, but they're letting go of something else. Somebody who you thought was out of the picture, out of the question. This is somebody different. Coming back in with the death card and the strength. Because I feel like that strength is saying, I really do feel like somebody's coming back. You thought it was not going to happen. They seem to be coming toward you quite strongly. They might have just ended something else. There's definitely that death feel here. Like that death card, I'm not going to negate that out. Definitely something has ended for this person, is freeing them up to come towards you. You thought this was not going to happen. You believed this did not have a chance. Yeah, no, I do feel that. I'm definitely an intuitive reader, but I'm just kind of like, I'm questioning it because like these cards, and I'm just, this is interesting. Let's see where this is going. The last cards here, you got the High Priestess, the King of Wands, and the Aphrodite's love spell. This is really, something is coming in quite strong. You do have a history with this person. This is something you did not consider having a chance. This person, whatever they're freed from, when they are freed from that, that's bringing the death card into play because they have something that ended in their life that's creating a new opportunity for you. Something you thought was dead in the water, not going to have a chance. You have history with this person, and there's a lot of strength here. You feeling for this person, you giving this a shot is hard because you're like, oh, this could be a problem. I feel like that's another reason that death is coming in with the strength. Like, oh, this could be a problem. This could be an issue. And I feel you don't get caught up in the gender with either of these cards. The High Priestess, I feel, is the Virgo person. Whoever you are is the Virgo. Really trying to sort this out. Really trying to see the truth of it. Not feeling everything is good here, but not feeling everything is bad either. There's passion here. There's a history here, but there's a price to be paid by going forward with this. The other person coming towards you, not only do they have the Chariot, that King of Wands, no matter what their gender is, they're very passionate about going towards you. And the Aphrodite's love spell is like the passion is there. The history seems like it's there too. When you get that far, I actually feel... when you're at that spot where you're trying to level it out, like it's not all good, but it's not all bad either, I feel like you're already starting to lock in with this. Excuse me, it's hard. I'm still like flabbergasted how that death card's coming in there, but it's because you thought it was dead in the water. And this ending for that person, this other person coming towards you that you have history with, that ending for them is a beginning for you. Ending that they had with that person is now translating to a beginning they have with you. That's how that's working out. That is really how that's working out. All right, well, I'm an intuitive reader. I gotta honor that. So there you go. Hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.